It's the new sound of MotoGP. A new era dawns today in Japan. Four strokes are here. Hello there.
After winning the title in 2001, Valentino Rossi has opted to retain the number 46, but that's about all that's the same. Honda's brand new RCV 4-stroke is the only bike from the Japanese manufacturer to have an all-new chassis, and the decision to develop the V5 configuration was also a brave one. The bike first took to the track last November, with the Italian complaining about his riding position. Since then, changes have been made, and in the latest pre-season tests, Rossi has consistently been the fastest. If he stays true to form, then Valentino will finish this season in second place and win the title in 2003, but few would bet against him. The big rival to Rossi last year was Max Biaggi. The Roman has yet to win the championship in the senior class and will be desperate to lose the bridesmaid's tag. The YZR M1 Yamaha is the most developed and some say the most conservative of the 4-stroke designs, as an inline 4-cylinder engine has been fitted to be the modified 500cc chassis. Carlos Checa again rides the second Yamaha and has spent much of last year testing the new bike, which appears to have less power than its Honda rival, but reliability could prove vital. After a disastrous title defence last year, Kenny Roberts will be hoping he can refine the sort of form that took him to the championship in 2000. To try to turn things round, Suzuki have gambled and advanced their 4-stroke programme by 12 months. Again, they've opted for a 500cc chassis to save time and money. Together with the new V4 engine, it's a package that's already showing promise, although a lack of development time may count against them. The last of this year's 4-stroke entrance is the most revolutionary. Aprilia's RS3 Cube is an inline 3-cylinder engine designed by Cosworth Engineering. It has F1-style pneumatic valves and no throttle cable, making it the first motorbike to be fly-by-wire. The question marks are over reliability. It's had very little testing, and the rider Regis Laconi, who's returning from Superbikes, may struggle to realise the bike's potential. If all the talk is about the new 4-strokes, don't count out the 500s just yet. The West Ponds Honda team continues with the NSR 500, and Loris Capirossi showed last year that he has the talent to challenge the best if he's got the machinery. Suzuka, Welcome, Rio and Valencia are all expected to be the tracks that will favour the smaller, lighter and more nimble 500cc machines. Add familiarity and reliability to the equation and Capirossi could well be an outside bet for the title. Another to watch is Tajiro Kato on the Honda NSR. Twice in testing, he's betted Rossi's times, and last year's all-conquering 250cc champion will be hard to ignore once he's got used to the 500. Britain's hopes rest with Jeremy McWilliams, who moves up to the new MotoGP class riding the 3-cylinder Proton KR3. Top 10 finishes will be his aim. It's been a tough winter of testing for the team. He'll be on Bridgestone tyres. McWilliams, as always, is upbeat about the challenge, but it's going to be a tough one.
It's a difficult year really to hope for anything other than, to get the bike into the points. Get the bike into the points and sort of make a good headway, I think. Finishing every race without really having any problems, I'll be quite happy. But the main thing is to go better than we've had the bike before. I know the team do faster in the race than they have in the past, and that's one thing I'm going to be trying to do. But I think you just got to hope that in this first year that all the other guys have problems with their new bikes.
Despite all the hype, it was the two-stroke Honda of Loris Capirossi who held the overnight pole just ahead of Valentino Rossi. But it was Yamaha who pulled the surprise of the day. There'd been much speculation that the YZR M1 was already off the pace, but a new chassis was hurriedly replaced the original at last week's Suzuka testing. The work obviously paid off. Carlos Checa set a new mark at the half-hour point, the first rider to break 2:05. Not to be outdone, Capirossi bettered that by nearly 0.5 with just 4 minutes later. And that was the mark which led the way going into the final 6 minutes of qualifying. The two-stroke, four-stroke battle lines are already drawn, with only 0.9 of a second covering the first 9 riders, who said this year's championship was a foregone conclusion. Jiro Kato struck another blow for the strokers. He went second, pushing Rossi back. Respond to last year's king of qualifying, Max Biaggi proved that Yamaha's improvement was no fluke. He shaved 300ths off Capirossi's time to head the pack. So now the front row was Biaggi, Capirossi, Kato and Rossi. And with a minute and a half remaining, then came Loris, a 2:04.409 to claim top spot and repeat last year's pole. Or so he thought. Shinichi Ito's Honda's four-stroke test rider, competing as a wildcard entry, knows both the bike and the circuit well, was pushing hard. A 2:04.435 was good enough for second place. With the flags out and the end of the session, only 2 riders now have the chance to go faster. But of course, one of those was world champion Valentino Rossi. He dominated pre-season testing, leading most people to believe that Honda were ahead of their four-stroke rivals. 2 falls this weekend had taken the gloss off slightly. But never count out the doctor. After a quiet session, he picked up the toe from, of all people, Max Biaggi, and produced a pole-winning lap as if on script with the last rotation of the day. The Honda had taken the top 3 places on the grid.
Good job, Mike.
I say, during the winter, all say we have a big advantage, but all the people say, see, today is not like this. We are together. We are very near. Capirossi with the 2-stroke, the 2 Yamaha car in the first lane. So maybe this winter is a holiday for all. I'm very happy because start from the pole position is important, and the last 2 days was bad for me because make two crash, one yesterday and one this morning. But I'm lucky. My feeling is good. I say very much thank you to the mobile clinic and Dr. Costa and Montanari. Today I feel okay. The bike is not so bad. At the end, my tires slide a little bit, but I see Biaggi, and I follow him with the slipstream. It's possible to make a little bit better.
So Rossi in pole position and alongside Loris Capirossi. No surprise there, but Shinichi Ito, the wild card coming back, is in 3rd. But great news for Yamaha on the front row with Carlos Checa. The second row, teammate Max Biaggi in 5th. Then debut for Kato in 6th. Rio, the wild card member for Suzuki, the top man there in 7th. Olivier Jacques. Then the 3rd row, Nakano, Kenny Roberts, the 2000 champion, is in 10th. Ukawa is 11th. Norik Abe, a former winner here, is on the 3rd row on the Yamaha. Then it's the 4th row of Barros, Gibano, Aoki, Harado. Remember, Barros, brilliant in the wet. Then McCoy coming back from that broken leg, still injured and falling, but on the 5th row. John Hopkins on his debut for the USA. 18th, Laconi, Van der Gerberg, and then Britain's Jeremy McWilliams brings up the rear on the Proton KR. Good luck to Jeremy.
Welcome.